Hi Sagittarius, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your money and career tarot reading for the month of June 2021. Thank you so much for joining me, and don't forget to, of course, like this video. Leave me a comment about your individual situation and hit that subscribe button to join the channel if you haven't done so already. But when meditating on your Sagittarius energy overall for the month, in regards to the subject, of course, the message that came through was successful in your own way. Successful in your own way. So we're going to keep it simple and do some shuffling and pull 6 tarot cards for the month. Yeah, so let's do some shuffling for our lovely Sagittariuses for the month of June 2021. Money and career, of course. Ooh. Okay, interesting. We have 2 so far. Keep them coming. Thank you, Spirit. For Sag. All right, they're shooting out. Okay, so we have 3 so far, and we're going to keep shuffling. Thank you, Spirit. For the second half of June for Sagittarius, of course, their money and career. All right, and we're going to pull the last and final one right from the top of the deck. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups. You might find yourself feeling a bit spacey, a bit out of it, trying to accomplish all you need to, but not really enjoying it fully. For some of you, you feel you're glowing on a different level, but it's not coming through that way. It's, for whatever reason, coming through as a level of frustration. Allowing yourself to remember that you're successful in your own way, once again, as I'm drawn back to the overall message, even if people can't foresee that or clearly understand that throughout the month of June. We're beginning the month in the spread with a 9 of Cups. And right off the bat, Spirit's saying, take your time. This immense amount of energy and inspiration and motivation will come over you to accomplish what you need to, whether it's you trying to get a new job or make the best out of an old one that you've been doing day to day to day. Either way, to take your time will benefit you greatly. To take a step back and slow your roll will help you best take advantage of certain opportunities that flow in to begin the month. Allowing yourself to remember that the abundance you deserve that you haven't been experiencing recently will flow to you naturally, but again, it doesn't need to be forced. For whatever reason, you begin the month and Spirit in the universe feels the need to grant you with a bit of abundance in one way, shape, or form. I'm truly being drawn to this chest of gold. So I feel like a lot of you, it'll end up being a financial gain, maybe a little windfall, or I see a lot of you Sages gaining a new job opportunity, and Spirit saying it's simply because you're glowing or because you've been putting in the necessary efforts. So feel good about that. And we're moving on to the Lovers. So you make your way to the middle of the first half of the month, and there's a huge focus on your love or lack of which for your career situation. Your finances as well, but it feels more so your career. And what was interesting is when I was shuffling, all the cards pretty much flew out, but in this vicinity. And this is the one card that just decided to shoot this way. And I really feel like it's you losing touch with why you're doing what you're doing or why you're striving for certain goals. You feeling as if you go through the day-to-day motions to foresee certain results, but forget why you're doing it, and therefore you're losing touch. I want to say with reality, but the love for what you do or what you should be doing escapes you. And being reminded by Spirit in the universe to ask yourself important questions, to stay in touch, to enjoy what you do, to be one with the process. And we're moving on to the Moon in reverse. It's interesting because you make your way to wrap up the first half of the month, and those around you almost expect for you to be emotional or to be affected by certain failures you experienced recently or certain obstacles you've had to overcome. But for whatever reason, the emotions just don't seem to take place. It's interesting because this came up, and I want to say Aries reading, where I'm hearing nobody understands you, feeling as if those around you, even outside of your work environment, don't fully understand you as an individual or get what you've been going through. Spirit saying because you haven't expressed all of which, you've internalized and kept it to yourself, and that's understandable to a certain extent, but therefore you can't expect other people to fully get what you've been going through then, and you might find yourself questioning why you are feeling a bit dry emotion-wise, but just accept it, but don't be surprised when these emotions do resurface moving forward, probably at the worst time. Allowing yourself to remember that for whatever reason, I feel the need to mention your workload may feel a little bit lighter at this point. Some of you may feel you could be taking on more, but Spirit's saying this is purposeful. Allow for this time to the extra space and room to help you grow, to become a better version of you, or to simply rest and recover from what you've been through. It feels like you are being prepped to be propelled towards a certain level of change within your career, within your finances, whether it's a more simplistic change or it complicates things in the right direction. Either way, allow for yourself to remember that everything's unraveling as it's meant to. And we're moving on to the second half of the month in spread, where we have the Ten of Cups. You begin the second half of the month, and there's a huge focus on you feeling fulfilled, you feeling like things are enjoyable and colorful within your career situation. For a lot of you, for whatever reason, I feel the need to say, I'm hearing your finances are doing pretty well. It's not what I was going to say, but Spirit corrected me. You feeling as if maybe in your career section, your job, things could be a little bit better or pan out a bit differently, but your finances are feeling a bit on point. Trying to pay off a bill here or there, or simply just feeling like you're making progress in that category. So Spirit's saying, okay, well, since you're feeling good about your finances, let's figure out what needs to be tweaked or worked on when it comes to your job, your career, what needs to be improved upon. Now, for some of you, you might feel like, okay, like we were saying, there's that extra room and space to work on the improvement of other areas of your life. And you can see the imagery. For some of you, it's your family, your friends, your acquaintances. Giving time, putting forth more energy towards certain connections could benefit you greatly at this time. Understanding that you watering other areas of your life can help you come back to your career, finances, and feel more refreshed, more replenished, not feeling like your work and your finances take over your entire life. Trying to implement that level of balance throughout all the areas that take over, or all the areas of your life, if you will. And being aligned with the Nine of Cups, it's the beginning of the second half of the month as well, where you feel inspired, you feel motivated to do what's right for you. And you can't help but realize that there are certain people that look up to you in your life in general. And by doing what's right for you, regardless of what that ends up being, it inspires them to do the same. And you feel motivated and inspired to make the best out of what feels like a job or a career option that no longer suits you, or to make the best out of a situation until you get to a newfound job. Allowing yourself to stick with that motivation, to be one with that energy that comes over you at this point in the month, is going to be most beneficial because we make our way to the Knight of Swords. Around the middle of the second half of the month, you decide to charge after what you deserve. For some of you, this job offer comes through because you've been doing what's right for you, and you charge after it, you go after it. You decide, you know what, I've been waiting long enough for this. For some of you Sagittarius out there, it's about you charging after a new level of peace and abundance that you never gave yourself the chance to experience before. It's time for you to simplify things and experience life in a different way. Understanding that, again, work doesn't have to take over and finances don't have to stress you out as much as they have up until this point. And as you can hear, I barely took a breath in the explanation of this card up until this point. And so I believe we were talking about you needing to take your time in the beginning of the month. And the same reminder is going to come through that you can still charge after what you deserve, regardless of what it is for you, while still taking a deep breath and relaxing. It's going to benefit you greatly, at the very least mentally. All right? And be in line with the Lovers. A reminder will come through at this point in the month to enjoy what you're doing, to love your career choice, whether it's you going after a new one or you simply going after a new level of peace and contentment in your life in general. Allowing yourself to remember that you deserve to enjoy whatever it is for you, and that in itself will help you immensely in other areas as well. Moving on to the last and final card, we have the Wheel. You make your way to wrap up the second half of the month, and the wheel is turning for you. You start to see little successes take place because you have been putting forth the effort time and time again, or simply just doing what's right for you. And Spirit's saying, your time has come. Your time has come to see the results you desire, or the beginning of which. For those of you who took on a new job towards the what feels like the end of the month, you start to see that work out for you right off the bat. It may feel like a bit of a balancing act to get it started, or to learn certain new skill sets in order to be successful, but Spirit's saying you're a Sagittarius, you're a fire sign, you're a free spirit, you can do it all, you know? But allow for yourself to mentally ground yourself as well as emotionally in order to best handle what's ahead. Allowing yourself to remember that this was an up and down kind of month, but it feels like it is for most signs, so don't feel alone in that sense. Allow yourself to continue to go after what you deserve in a productive manner. And being aligned with the Moon. Your emotions still may seem quite distant or not present, and Spirit saying take advantage of that, you know? A lot of the times people feel the need to push those emotions away and not acknowledge them in order to accomplish their workload or to more productively achieve what they need to. So this is a time when you aren't really doing this, it's just kind of happening. And so to be one with that and allow for yourself to productively balance things out. And I feel the need to say, accept that luck is on your side. Accept that you deserve certain abundance that comes through. Accept that certain successes are a long time coming for you. You may feel like your workload starts to pick up towards the end of the month for whatever reason, but it's a good thing. You know, you don't question it, you embrace it, and you're one with it. And Spirit's saying, get it, Sagittarius. You deserve all that's to come. All right? So my friend, I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I hope you have the most amazing month, and I'll see you next time. Bye.